Hallo Leute und willkommen. Today we will see what is the difference between the articles der, die und das in German language. We will master our genders and articles step by step. So, let's start. The big secret is that in English we just have to say the, and then we use the noun. So for example, the house, the dog. But in German, every noun has a specific gender. Der, die, or das. That is the most important part of the language. Because if you want to say a sentence, these articles may change. Depends from what case you will use. Dative, accusative, or genitive. The three main articles, der, masculine, die, feminine, und das, neutral. German gender is not about biology, it's more about grammar and understanding. Never learn a noun in German language without its article, because it will always change when you will construct the sentence. Do not just learn Tisch, table. Learn instead der Tisch, the table, the masculine form, der. Der. These rules follows the specific logic. Men and male professions always take der. Der Vater, the father, der Bruder, brother, der Arzt. Doctor, that is a male. Because if you want to say the doctor female, we have to add in the end. So it will be Arztin. But as there is only Arzt, it refers to males. Time and seasons. Days, months, and seasons of the year always use the masculine article der. Der Montag, Monday, der Januar, January, der Frühling, spring. With the weather, in the stormy or elemental weather, we usually use der. Let's say der Regen, rain, der Schnee, snow, der Wind, wind. So in these cases, we always have to use the masculine form of the articles der. There are some secrets how we can identify when we have to use masculine form, feminine, or neutral. For example, if you have the noun that ends with er, like der Lehrer, it will be the masculine form, der. Another example, it's Ismus, der Optimismus. As you can see, these two examples only refer to der, masculine form, and the last example is or, der Motor. Knowing these endings, you can identify when we have to say the masculine form der in German language. Der Hund, the dog, der Tisch, the table, die, the feminine article. Biological logic applies here as well. For example, the mother, die Mutter, mother. So we can say that mother is a woman, so we have to use a feminine form, and German language applies this logic as well. Die Frau, woman, it's also the feminine gender. In German language, we also use die. Die Ärztin. Doctor, female. Because we have an ending in, we'll refer this word to the feminine form. Flower and trees. Most names of flower and many trees usually take the feminine form die Rose, rose, die Blume, flower, any flower, die Eiche, oak. We have also three endings in German language that will always take the feminine form. You just have to learn them by heart. Ung, die Zeitung. When we have an ending ung, we have to put the in the feminine form, die. Heit, die Freiheit. And the last one, Keit, die Möglichkeit, possibility. So when we have these three endings, ung, heit, und Keit, we have to use the in the feminine form, die. We also have three more endings, Schaft, die Freundschaft, the friendship, Tät, die Unität, und Ion, I-O-N, die Nation, the nation. So when we have these three endings, we always have to use the form die. And one more secret, when we have a noun that ends with I, usually takes the feminine form die Lampe und die Tasche. We have also some exceptions, but this is a great guess because only 10% are different and 90% will always take the feminine form. We have also more examples. For example, die Katze, the cat, die Sonne, the sun. Das. Small animals, young beings, for example, infants and young animals are often das. Das Kind, child. Das Baby, baby. Und das Lamm, lamb. So as you can see, something that is small, we usually use as a neutral, das. When we have an ending hen or line, it will take the case das. For example, das Mädchen. The girl, just in general, it can be any girl. The second example is das Brötchen, bread roll. Und the last one, das Büchlein, the small book. Metals and materials usually takes a neutral form. It's das. Let's say das Gold, gold, das Silber, silver, und das Eisen, iron. As you can see, we use only das form instead of die oder der. These endings will also help you to distinguish das form from anything else. When we have an ending das Museum, it will be neutral. Ment, das Instrument. Ma, das Klima. These three endings indicate das form. When we also have the action nouns, when we turn a verb into a noun, it's definitely will be 100% das form. For example, essen, to eat something, das Essen, the food. Leben, to live, das Leben, the life. So as you can see, we change the verb to the noun. So when you can say this noun was made because of the verb, it's 100% made from das form. And we also have more example of neutral form, das Haus, das Auto, the car. Compound nouns, connecting words. German people love to connect words together. But what articles should we use when we have two words that are mixed and we have to write them together? For example, we have die Hand, hand, und der Schuh, shoe. And we will have one word that will be sounded as der Handschuh, the glove. So how can we say when we have to use feminine, masculine, or neutral? Das Haus, house, plus die Tür, door. Die Haustür, the front door. Just a quick review table of the three genders, der, die, und das. Make sure that you write these examples in your copies to learn them by heart, as they will help you in the future when you will put the sentence in the specific case, dative, accusative, or genitive. Right now, we will practice our knowledge. Now we have the first example is der Apfel. Der Apfel ist rot. The apple is red. We have two more examples when we use the feminine form and the neutral form. Die Sonne scheint heute. Die Sonne scheint heute. The sun is shining today. Heute, today. Das Buch ist sehr gut. Das Buch, the book, is sehr good. Is very good. Just make sure that you don't trust only the logic. In Spanish or French, the table is always in the feminine form, but in German, it's masculine form. I know that it's hard to remember words when you can associate them with specific gender, but in German, you just have to learn everything by heart, looking at the ending of the noun. Logic may fail you, may not, but memory will save you for sure. Every time when you see a new word, look at least at the last three letters. For example, when you have the word erfahren, which means experience, the ending is ung, so it will be D form. Or if we have socialism, we have an ending ismus, ismus, so we have to use der form, the masculine form. What questions we can ask to ourselves to guess the gender? First of all, is it a person, biological gender? Because if it's Frau, we definitely will say die Frau because it's a woman. Or if it's Mann, the man, we have to say der Mann because it's a male. The second question is, does it have a specific ending like ung, er, or hen? The third one is, if it ends in e, most of the times it will be die, feminine form. And the last one, if you have no idea, just write der, the masculine form. German people usually use der form, the most common article in German language. We will practice our knowledge right now, so try to guess the article for Freundschaft. Is it masculine, der, feminine, die, oder neutral, das? The correct answer is die, because the ending is Schaft. What is the article for Mädchen? Der, die, oder das? Definitely das, because the ending is hen. Make sure that you keep practicing because genders are the heartbeat of German language. Once you master them, cases like nominative, accusative, genitive, dative will become easy for you. And just a final checklist that may help you to make your learning easier. You may highlight the masculine form as a blue color, feminine as the red one, die, and neutral like yellow, das. And make sure that you always check the ending of the nouns and the last word rule for compounds. The second part of the word refers the article. Und definitely, viel Erfolg. You now know the articles and you are an article master. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more interesting German lessons. And see you soon. Bis bald und tschüss.